Give your body the support it needs, especially during these challenging times, to do what it was built to do. Drink Purite first thing in the morning to balance and stabilize your body. It's that simple. A superfood blend with 14 supplements in every serving for more energy, blood sugar stabilization, better immunity, a healthy gut, glowing skin, cell protection, and so much more. Start your day right, the Purite way. Subscribe and save at lipaba.purite.com. Don't wait. Begin building you now. See link below. In today's episode of Mindfully Speaking on health, well-being, and the universe at large, we are visiting with serial social entrepreneur Peter Deitz. So tell us, how did Unwrapit come to be with your partners, and what was maybe the original spark of inspiration?
Happily. It's funny that you said 5-year A, 5-year B. In a sense, that is exactly the story of Unwrapit. So initially, my idea was to create a business that would allow anyone to give non-material gifts to friends, family, loved ones. And so we're thinking charitable donations, experiences, digital downloads, and other kinds of services. And so I went on that journey for 3.5 years as a solopreneur. And then just prior to the pandemic hitting, realized this is the wrong configuration. I need a founding team that's strong and robust. So I got to start that process anew. And B, maybe the B2C individual gifting is not where Unwrapit's meant to be. And maybe there's a bigger opportunity to reduce waste and design out pollution in the corporate gifting space. So the start of 2020, pre-pandemic, I set out to find new co-founders of Unwrapit, and in the process of preparing my pitch to the world that I need to be joined by others on this business, the pandemic hit. That created a major disruption in the talent pool, and ultimately I think allowed me to find my way to Lindsay and Talon, who now join me as co-founders of Unwrapit with a focus on corporate and event gifting. I don't think either of them would have been quite available to take that leap and to join me on this without the pandemic.
Your company, Unwrapit, was named one of the top tech companies to watch for 2021. Do you consider yourself a tech company, or a social conscious or environmentally conscious company, or is it all of the above?
Mm-hmm. It's a very important existential question. I guess all companies and entrepreneurial endeavors need to ask themselves: are they their legal form, or are they their mission and purpose? And in our case, I think we are, deeply our mission and purpose, which has taken the form of a for-profit tech company. But the three founders, Lindsay, Talon, and I, are all here for the potential impact of creating a platform that will design the waste and pollution out of corporate and event gifting. That's what gets us up every day. We layer on top of that our B Corp practices and commitments, so that we're treating the environment with care, treating our team as it grows with care, being an active member of our community, and putting in place from the very beginning strong governance systems that are inclusive and just. So as you can see in my answer, the tech company part, like the startup to watch, these are fringe descriptions of what is ultimately a deeply purpose-driven endeavor.
Recently, I read an article about the supply chain that is having major challenges right now, and it is impacting promotional product orders for the holidays, and I think it's going to go far beyond the holidays. So I think, wow, what what perfect timing, right? I believe that things happen. We are guided when we listen to our inner knowing. We are guided to the greater good, and I truly believe Unwrapit is part of that transition in the greater good, not only because of the environmental consciousness of it all, but also that now businesses have another opportunity to support the well-being of their employees, of their clients. Meetings and events have this opportunity. So maybe you can speak to that as well, as far as sustainable offerings during this very relevant time with our supply
Mhm.
chain being affected.
Yeah, the disruption of the supply chain for promotional goods and other goods, like lumber, for instance, that is produced by the pandemic, is a learning opportunity. As we were saying before, every challenge, every bit of chaos is an opportunity if looked at in the right way. So for companies that have relied on promotional physical goods like water bottles or backpacks or hoodies, and they're not going to get them in time, or pens or notebooks, this is the opportunity to think about what gifting without a physical supply chain could look like. And so we've seen plenty of event organizers and companies naturally, you know, determine that charitable donations are sort of the antithesis of a physical takeaway. And so they're finding opportunities to embed tokens of their appreciation or gratitude in the form of a charitable donation. The challenge with giving anything as a gift that cannot be wrapped with wrapping paper or put in a box or a bag is that there's no digital experience, there's no experience of opening it. There's no, sort of reveal. And so that particular challenge is what we're tackling with Unwrapit, how to level the playing field between physical and non-physical gift. If a company is giving like a Lee Papa branded meditation as a gift, or one of your digital downloads, or one-on-one coaching, these are incredibly impactful gifts that can actually change lives. And they deserve a powerful, compelling a gift opening experience that's been personalized and thought through and sort of presented with intention. I think supply chains, to go back to the original point, that produced physical gifts sort of had an unfair advantage in gifting because they could always just be put in a box or wrapped and then presented. But this moment is the opportunity to rethink whether that matters, whether that's still important, and how to at least complement the physical gift experience with a digital gift experience.
And I would assume that it also, the lead time isn't so extensive when you're needing to look in, July or August, maybe for your holiday gifting, whereas the turnaround time is much quicker. Is that correct?
That's an incredible point. So you see my answers, I sort of answer with the values or the environmental benefit. But obviously there are very practical considerations as well. So we have a customer who has effectively integrated Unwrapit across their gifting, when they go to virtual booths, when they do webinars, when they take on a new client, when they had a first conversation with a potential client. Each of those interactions is followed by an Unwrapit gift experience, where the gift is a charitable donation of a cause that the individual can direct and choose. And the benefit to our customer, never mind the social impact, the reduced waste, is the simplified logistics. So, I was on email thread this morning saying that they need gifts for Monday for a webinar, right? Because they just doing this webinar, and we're able to turn that around as a result, in a way that if the thing had to be shipped from China or somewhere else, and home addresses needed to be collected, that customer of ours would be in a real pinch.